The Seagulls were able to soar higher than the Liver Bird this evening as Brighton picked up a 3-2 win against champions Liverpool. A big result for Brighton. Not really much in the way for Liverpool. Saw some fringe players. Let's chop it up.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, people, I hope you're well. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Liverpool lost 3-2 against Brighton today in I wouldn't actually say it was a decent game of football, to be honest, when you kind of strip it away and actually watch the game. I wouldn't say there was massive amount of quality on the pitch. A few players stood out and looked really good. Others kind of looked like they were half in, half out. Drift, what did you make of the game?
I think it was an overall good game. I think you're right. I think some of the football in the game was good. I thought it was enjoyable. I think the only reason why we come out of it looking a little bit bad, or why people are annoyed, is like that last 15 minutes where, that poor defending. But generally, for the game, I thought it was good football. Fair. Some of the best football we played for a little while, anyway.
I see. I don't. I think we played good in spurts. I think some players played really well, but others I don't think necessarily did. I think it showed. I think the first goal we scored was really good. I think the first goal we scored was really good. And we had some passages of play where we got the ball down and played, but on the whole, I think it was a good game of football because Brighton brought us down to their level effectively. And that again, probably bound to happen because we did play some of the fringe players, but it is what it is. Got a couple of super chats to begin with. The Red Guy 8 says, I'm sorry, but you can't become champions and let standards drop this much. Players need to focus up one more time and restore some pride next game. Samat's Legend says, this pathetic show would never have been allowed under Paisley and Fagan. Players were scared to drop their standards, else they knew they would be out the door. Souness and Hansen said this. These lot are not with it mentally. If I'm not mistaken, one of the seasons we won the league, we ended up losing like a bunch of games after we secured it quite early back in the day. But I also do agree with that statement. Paisley and Fagan wouldn't have let that happen. I'm actually not gonna say anything because I said what I said last time, man, and I got called out by bare people, so I'm kind of just going to leave it. Drift, anything you want to comment on that? Because during the game, you did say you did want to get an equalizer. Well, you wanted to win, and then you did say you wanted to get an equalizer.
Yeah, you don't want to lose any games. I'm just not angry at the drop points because we're champions. And I know why. I can see the performances. I can tell the players aren't all the way playing. So, yeah. Salah not getting his 20 assists is probably the only thing that's going to annoy me about the way we've ended the season. And that's just an individual award that really and truthfully doesn't matter. It's just nice for him to get to do it. So, yeah, bruv, I'm not going to let it annoy me, man. I'm not going to let it make me pass judgment on who we are as a team. We're champions. Like, is it frustrating? Yeah, you don't want to lose games. Of course you don't want to lose games. But, again, we're champions, man. So, I do find it a bit strange that people are crashing out. I can understand frustration, little annoyance. But the crashing out, like judging players as well. Like, I've seen a lot of people judging like Ibu, Elliot Jones, like a lot of comments about them. I mean, yeah, they don't get much game time, so they probably should make a little bit more effort, even if everyone else is down tooling, especially Elliot. But at the same time, I don't think these are the type of games that you can be judging their ability on that. Ibu wasn't really great today, but Ibu's a good player. I've seen people saying now they don't think Ibu's worth giving the pay rise to. I mean, come on, man. Are we going to act like Ibu's not a good defender now because he had a poor game today? I don't know. I'm just
to play the other side of that. When it comes to Ibu, I think people are potentially crashing out because that's one of the first times we've seen Ibu in a proper competitive game without Virgil, and it did look pretty. And if you are going to be on 200k a week, I mean, you saw Ali today. Ali didn't let his standards drop today. Ali could have,
I mean, Ali did give the ball away a lot from goal kicks, but in terms of
his away a lot, he gave it away twice, I think, from throwouts, if that.
No, and he kicked it out once or twice as well, bro. He gave the ball away quite a bit.
But Ali was arguably our second best player today behind Szoboszlai.
His saves were good. Yeah, he was good from a saving point of view. I'm just saying his distribution was a bit dodgy today.
But the main thing we want from our goalkeepers is to save shots, right? And if Ali's not letting his standards drop, regardless of who's in the team, then if Ibu is demanding the money he's on, then with or without Virgil, you still got to keep a level where you go, okay, I'm still that guy. Sobo didn't let his standards drop today. So I don't think we can use that excuse for Ibu. In terms of the other two, more so Elliot. Elliot's been complaining, saying he wants more game time, and that like today is a big game for Elliot. Because if Slot was on the fence about keeping Elliot or not, then today's the sort of game where Slot goes, bro, all year you've been pressing me to play you, get played in a game with no pressure, so you should be so comfortable doing what you're doing, and still wasn't doing what he was doing. So some of these players do have a lot to play for, regardless of the title. And again, Endo come off the bench today, was completely up for it. If there's two players in the squad who could turn around and go, I can't be asked, it's Endo and Chiesa. And Chiesa tried hard, nothing came off for him today. Let's be real. Nothing came off for him, apart from that time where he slipped the ball through, and I think Conor Bradley should have scored, but nothing else came off for him. Endo came off the bench again, shown his professionalism, and said, I don't care how the manager views me. I don't care how much money I'm on. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm going to come out and my standards are my standards. So if Endo can do that after being, in my opinion, the most harshly treated player in the squad apart from Chiesa, then I don't think there's any excuse for any of the others. There's one thing losing, but there's another thing losing in the manner that we lost today. And I think that's where some people are frustrated.
But when you say the manner we lost today, apart from a few lapses in concentration for the poor defending, I don't think we played crap.
I wouldn't say we played crap. First half, I thought we played well. Second half, in my opinion, we weren't good.
First half was definitely better than the second half. I agree with that. But I don't know, man. I don't think anything right now can be judged. I just think it's a bunch of players celebrating, happy, and just all of these games are just formalities now until we get to lift the trophy next weekend. So I do find it a bit strange that people are judging players based on these last couple performances, but fair enough.
But how else are they meant to judge them then, Drift?
Well, you should have been judging them in the games that were competitive, where it meant something, not in the games that don't mean anything. Like, for example, all the people in the chat, just let me know now. I might even get a poll started. Are you guys, because there's a lot of you as well, this isn't one or two, are you guys telling me that you think Ibu ain't good enough? Because I'm seeing a lot of people that are kind of crashing out on Ibu. So, guys, for you guys in the chat who were saying that, do you not think Ibu should be getting a new contract then? I'm just curious. I'm very curious. And like this Murray with has no mentality. Stupid idiot things like, what? Because I don't care that we lost the game, that didn't matter. Like, give your head a wobble. I see people using the excuse of standards for their crash out as well. Standards is being champion. That's standard. Like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave you guys to just be annoyed. Some people just want to be annoyed. Just if you want to be annoyed, man. But me not being annoyed has got nothing to do with my standards. We're champions. That's my standards. I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer now. See if we can get in. We go again next year. If you lot want to get annoyed, man. But if you're going to judge people in public, then just the same way you guys, have a go at us on our opinions, I'm going to question you on your opinion. If you type something and you put it out there public and you say something, then you can be criticized the same way you criticize us. So, people, is Ibu not good enough? Because I'm seeing people crashing on Ibu. Would you not give him a contract then? Is that what you people who've said, the things you said about him, is that what you're saying? Let me know. I'm very curious. Let's get this player ratings going. Because I tell you what, if Ibu leaves, we might be in trouble, mate. Goalkeeper then, Carl.
Honestly, Alisson saved us a few times. I'm going to go 8.5 for Alisson. I don't think he could have done anything about any of the goals.
I don't know, the second goal, he did kind of parry it back into the danger area, but
he couldn't have done anything else with that.
I'm gonna go 8.
He made some very good saves in that game as well.
He did make some good saves. I don't think he did like the type of saves where I would give him higher than an 8 though. But what did you give him?
I went 8.5 for Ali.
I won't argue with that, but I would have gone with an 8. Bradley.
Very good assist for the first goal. And goes 6 for Bradley. 6.5 actually. I go 6.5 for Bradley.
I'd have probably gone higher than that, I thought Bradley was good for the most part.
I thought he started to struggle a little bit before Endo came on. And that, again, I think he's not fully fit. I think Adingra did get the better of him a couple of times, which is to be expected with the winger playing and a tricky winger as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't go lower than a 7 personally, especially that he got the assist.
No problem with a 7.
Where's the man of the hour, Ibu.
Today, 4.
He was poor, innit?
He was poor today. 4 for Ibu.
He was poor today. Some of the things he was doing was a bit weird. Kwanzaa.
I'm actually going to go 7.5 for Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa played well today, innit?
Well, Kwanzaa was good with the ball at his feet, interceptions, headering. He looked like the senior centre back today.
Yeah,
he looked like he's what. That's what it should have been with Ibu and Kwanzaa today. We should have been coming away going, still not sure about Kwanzaa, but Ibu stood tall. Kwanzaa was good, man.
I mean, like I said again, I still think today is the type of game where it isn't really something I would like, as in like Ibu, for example, the way Ibu played today. Like, I'm not gonna look at that and then think to myself, he's not good enough. I just think he's playing like a lot of the other players, but they're on the beach already. But Kwanzaa was good, though. Kwanzaa was good today. What did you give Kwanzaa again?
I gave him a 7 or 7.5, 102.
I'll go 7.5 because I think overall he was the better defender today. Like I know Bradley got
driving out with the ball. He was intercepting them and playing the game like he's good, man.
Some exquisite passes as well. Some of those long range passes he played today. I definitely think that he was the best out of all the defenders, other than the fact Bradley got the assist.
Yeah, easily. So
yeah, people still saying dumb shit in the chat. People don't learn, do they? Simicast.
1.
Oh shit, 1.
Bro, he was poor. What did he do good today?
I don't know if I would have given him awful, but okay.
No, I'm not even taking. Again, I'm not being emotional with these. Like, what did he do well today?
No, yeah, I don't think he had like a good game or anything, but like I would have probably still at least given him like a 3. Like I think 1, like whoa, like 1 is like mistake after mistake kind of performance.
Yeah, it was though, Drift. Like he was losing the ball a lot and he was getting run past a lot. Like he was really bad today.
Maybe
I'm
there
saying
was
to someone who's debated whether keeping Simicast or Robbo as well. Like Simon was better.
maybe he was getting skin up in the early parts of the game that I missed or something, because I don't think
the
I
whole
remember
game,
him getting
Simon was
skin
bad
up
the
that
whole
much.
game. Nothing against Simicast the player. I actually think he's a good player, but
Okay. I don't know. I just, like 1 is normally like an absolute stinker, but Gravenberch.
Grav. Thought he was good first half, and then it's I don't know if it's him or his tactics or what, but the middle of the pitch, man. If you're a DM, the middle of the pitch, you own that, man. And too many times I saw people getting just running through. Did have some very good touches. I'm gonna go 7 for Grav. I'm gonna go 7. I can't crash out on him defensively because he's not a defensive-minded player.
I don't like the fact that he doesn't have pace. That's the only thing that annoys me. So like he can get ran past when a player's got the athleticism. That's all.
Yeah, Flacco never had pace though, and we rarely saw Flacco get skinned in the middle of the pitch.
Although I do think Flacco was quicker than Gravenberch.
No, not at all.
I saw Flacco keep up with Werner. He was quicker than people think.
He's not. He's never been quicker than Gravenberch in his entire life.
He played right back as well. But anyway,
never quick.
Who was he playing alongside again in the first half? Szoboszlai. How can I forget? Man of the match from a Liverpool point of view.
Yeah, Sobo was excellent for me. Got a goal, some beautiful raking passes. I'm going 9 for Sobo today.
Yeah, I agree. I'm tempted to give him high. I'm thinking what else could he have done today? He was all round. He was brilliant today.
I think he started to peter off a little bit in the second half. Started to give away a few fouls. But Sobo in that first half was excellent, man.
I might have gone 9.5 from today, but
dare I say it, when Sobo came off the pitch, that's when we started.
That is what changed the game. It's true, isn't it? That is actually what changed the game.
Completely changed the game when he came off.
No, it was good today, man. Elliot
scored the goal, was lively for the first 20 minutes, and I think today showed why he's not a slot number 10. I love Elliot. I really do. And Elliot's. So I'll tell you why I love Elliot even more, because obviously I'm not Scouse in it, so I can't live the Trent experience. I can't live the Gerrard, the Carragher experience. Elliot's not from Liverpool, and he's living the dream, innit? Like if you were to ask any player, any person outside Liverpool who loves football and played football, their dream was to play for Liverpool, innit? Elliot's doing that. So for that reason alone, I don't want to see him sold, even though I know it's very emotional and I shouldn't approach it like that. But I also do think he's got good footballing ability. He's got the hunger for it. He's got the heart for it. And he's got the appetite. I just don't know if he survives in a slot system. And it's weird because I feel you do less running in a slot system, but the running you do is with more of a purpose than you do in a Klopp system, if that makes sense. And it just doesn't seem like Elliot gets that from a number 10. Granted, I'd keep him as a backup for Salah if we're not going to strengthen there. Otherwise, though, you just see it. He's got the tenacity. He's just not strong enough. Some of the smallest.
Yeah, his overall strength is definitely the weak part of his game.
like some of the smallest dogs have got the loudest barks, but when there's a big dog around, they can't do anything to it. I think Elliot's one of those type of players, unfortunately. So for me today, if I'm going to give Elliot a rating, I'll probably go 5 for Elliot. And that's because he scored the goal.
I'm not mad at 5. Salah.
Should have got an assist in the first half and then should have scored a goal in the second half. Was making the game about himself, which was really frustrating. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give Salah a 4.
I don't know if I'll say Salah had a worse game than Elliot.
He absolutely did. Elliot got a goal and an assist.
Yeah, but remember, we always say we're going to try and think more about like the overall play than just the goal and the assist. And Elliot did get a goal and assist, but I'll say he was way more quiet than Salah outside of those 2 moments.
Okay, Salah might have been doing more, but what did he actually do that was good, apart from when he could have got the assist and should have scored the goal?
I mean, he was being greedy. The miss was crazy. I don't know how he did that.
Elliot was way better than Salah today. I'll be honest. If I'm giving Elliot a 5, I'm gonna have to give Salah a 3. And I know people are gonna crash out at me on this. But I'm just judging the player based on today. I'm not judging Salah's season. I'm not gonna come up with a narrative on were we too silly giving him a new contract. I'm judging him based on today's match against Brighton. And today's match against Brighton, he was poor. It's 3 for me. Love Salah. My favorite outfield Liverpool player is a 3, man. I'm not protecting Salah because his name's Salah. I love the guy. I love him. He's a phenomenal footballer. He's, in my opinion, one of the top 3 reasons why we're winning the league this season. But on today's performance alone, he was a 3. We're better than Elliot.
Chiesa.
Oh, poor Chiesa, man. Yeah, I gotta go 3 as well.
Just couldn't get involved in the game, could he?
Yeah, just muscled about. But again, he's not a centre forward and he's playing up against big, strong centre backs. Never gonna I just don't know what the plan was with Chiesa, and I don't think we'll ever know. But it's one of those things we're gonna have to sweep under the rug and just leave it alone in it. Target man Chiesa, bro. Like in 2025, that's crazy. Do you now see when people were saying, "I'll run Chiesa through the middle," and I was like, "Guys, that's not a good idea." Do you now see why I'm saying that? Because it's just, to me, it didn't make sense. Like, I don't think people realize just how big and brutish centre backs are. Like, it ain't just a case of you're just gonna. It's not everyone's a Michael Owen where you've got that cleverness with the pace, or not everyone's an Aguero where you've just got that low center of gravity. Chiesa's not that guy. He's a winger. Play him on the wing, man. Feel really sorry for him. Even the assist he did for, or should have had for Bradley, really well played, really well worked. Should have had an assist, but outside of that,
no, you should have had
did nothing,
assist,
man. You're knocking the ball up to the Chiesa in the air. Van Heck is like 6'9". He's never gonna win that battle. But yeah, that's on the manager in it. But Chiesa a 3.
Gakpo.
Gakpo, Cody should have had an assist for the Salah goal. I'll go 5 for Gakpo.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Gakpo was all right today. And then onto the substitutes, Nunes.
Nunes a 2, man.
Diaz.
5.
Yeah, he was average. I agree. Jones.
I'll let you speak about Jones, man.
Yeah, that obsession with the ball today definitely came home to roost. He was holding on to the ball a lot again. I'll go 4 for Jones.
Generous, but cool.
Endo.
Go 5 for Endo.
Yeah, I agree with that. So it looked like he gained a little bit of pace when he was making some of them runs up in the right back area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so and lastly the manager Slot.
Let's go 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, didn't really understand the Chiesa staying playing up front, but yeah, Sobo playing in the pivot role. Thought he looked really good there. So, and then rest of the game. But yeah, one of them things, man.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Well, that is the player ratings.
Can I ask you a question? You know, there's been a few things we've kind of had murmurings and a little bit of like frustration with this season. So things like a bit of favoritism, playing players more than they should have played at certain points, and kind of relying on Ali quite a lot this season, more than I think people realize. And then obviously just sometimes being wasteful in front of goal, even though we have scored a shed load of goals. Do you have any fear? I don't even know if fear is the right word. Do you have any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Reservations going into next season, considering we're not going to be the hunter now, we're going to be the hunted. And not just that, Slot's lost that air of the unexpected, and people may have potentially underestimated him, where they're now going to, every time we step on a pitch to play someone now, we're playing the champions. So it's an extra 25% they're giving. Do you have any worries going into next season based on what we've seen since we've won the league?
Oh, based on from when no, nothing. I'm not judging anything. I'm not judging anything since we won the league. I just think it's players on the beach, mentally relaxing after finally getting what we wanted. Yeah, no, I'm not going to judge any of the players in the last few games. Overall worries going into next season? No, not really. I think for the most part we've been good this season. I think it was the first year. It was also about getting used to what Slot wants. I'm sure Slot will have 1 or 2 different tactics and things up his sleeve for next season. He'll have different players. Nah, no worries, bro. No worries at all. I'm totally okay.
Can I ask why are you so? I'm not even trying to like put you on blast here, but why are you so happy to sort of disregard the last few games, even after winning the league? Because I would say there's less pressure to play, and I think sometimes you get to see, like for example, I saw Sobo play today, and Sobo looked like a man who was playing without pressure. He's enjoying the game. That, like, for me, I still like I look at these games and I think you can actually learn a lot from some of these players. I think you can learn a lot in terms of mentality, characteristics, what they can do and can't do without the ball. I think sometimes you learn a lot about not just footballers, but people when there's not that pressure around. Can they still maintain the standards? Can they still do what they need to do? I've seen some things in the last few games. I'm like, that's not good. And I think sometimes it can be hard to switch that on and off.
Yeah, but next season's a totally different thing. Do you know what I mean? That's why it doesn't bother me. We have preseason. Everyone goes on a holiday first. Like next season, these results will have absolutely nothing to do with next season. So that's why it's not bothering me in that way. And I just get it. I get it, man. They're humans, man. They've achieved what they wanted to achieve. We would have never played like this if we needed the points. It's just because we've like, let me give you an example. If you're playing in a friendly game compared to if you're playing in a cup match or a game that means something, it's hard to explain. Like, I don't even know if anybody would actually be able to come up with the words to explain what the feeling is, but you just know the game doesn't mean anything in comparison. Therefore, it's just harder to give 100%.
All right, I hear what you're saying. Again, this is maybe just down to different people. I'd never judge anyone on this, but for me, I'm giving 100% while I'm in the game. After the game's finished for a friendly, though, I don't take anything away from it. Like in terms of no malice, no frustration. Like I'll be like, okay, good workout. This is where I could have done better. From a friendly, I get that, but a competitive match, if I lose, it sticks with me for days, like sometimes longer potentially. Brazy Mandem's got a point here. Even though we've won games since January, I think a lot of people will say the performance levels have dropped quite a lot. Is that a worry as well? Because not every season are you going to be able to still grind out results. Like there will be a point where the performances do catch up with the results, unfortunately.
I mean, look, I can tell people want to be annoyed, so I'm just going to leave people to be annoyed. I'm not. I don't want to have the conversation like every. I mean, I know there's only one game left now, but like after every game, I don't want to keep arguing with the chat about whether it matters or not and all that stuff. So people want to be annoyed, they can be annoyed, but I don't think it's not an excuse when you're just kind of explaining from my point of view why I think the players aren't making as much effort and whatnot. Like it's not an excuse. I do find it a bit strange. Like for example, saying we haven't played well since January. If I go back and look at the results, which I guess technically is the bit that's important, we've pretty much been on point with our. I know we did have a tiny little bit of a dip at some point early in the year, but other than that little dip, and then I think we had a little dip around the PSG, like around like April in it when we played PSG. I think it was. We had a little 2 or 3 games where we didn't play too well, but generally, overall speaking, we've been good. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people are looking at this from a Liverpool only point of view, and they're not looking at it from an overall point of view. If Liverpool have been poor, if Liverpool haven't been playing well, then what did Man City, what did Arsenal, what did Newcastle, what did everybody else who's so far behind us do? So even if we haven't been playing that well, if we've managed to win the league by a canter, then I'm still a bit shocked as to like the annoyance and the worry in terms of like, well, what about the other teams then?
Because I think the worry comes from that we don't expect all of those teams to be as bad as they were this season as well.
But why though? Who says they'll get better? Like where
I'm not
is
saying
the,
they will,
where's
but
the
I think
guarantee they'll get better?
But I think there's an expectation drift that you'd expect these teams to improve next season. You wouldn't expect them to.
This is Slot's first season. What manager's ever great in his first season?
No, I'm not, bruv. I'm not saying that we won't improve as well, but I'm saying the reason why like people aren't talking about those other teams is because you'd arguably say they've regressed this season and they need to do work, and you'd assume they are going to do the work to improve. I'm not saying they'll still catch us next season, but you would imagine that they're not going to be like, this is the worst season Arsenal have had for a few years. Chelsea, I mean, this is a Chelsea season for the last few years. Again, the worst season Man City have had for a while. Newcastle, we expect them to be dark horses next season. So I think that's what the concern is a little bit, is in if these teams improve next season, like, will we be able to up it with them as well?
But that's the point. Why can't we up it if they can?
I never said we can't. I'm just asking the question.
No, but I'm saying for anyone who thinks there's a worry, because you just said can we step up when they're going to step up?
But that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, but why would we be worried that we can't? If they can, we can. We're better than them. So
no, we're better right
now. We can step up.
No, you're better. We're better right now. But as you said, every season's different, bro. So every season can change.
Yeah, but they've got to have an incredible window in comparison to us, in my opinion, for them to be better than us next season. Like, I'll be very surprised because, again, it's Slot's first season. We're talking about a Guardiola who looks tired to me. Maybe he'll be back. I don't think Man City are going to be crap, but they're never going to be that dominating City again. He looks tired. He doesn't have the players to play his system the way he wants to anymore. Arteta could go either way. They could get a striker and maybe get over the line, or the players could be so fed up now they could go the other way and it might get worse. Newcastle, I don't think are quite ready yet to jump up and make that actual Premier League title challenge. Man United and Tottenham, I think they're too far off to make a title challenge. Chelsea, I guess Chelsea are one team that they could maybe get it right, but like you said, they've been flirting with good for a while now. I just don't. I just think any worry that anyone has about us is the same worry that those teams should have, and any positivity or any feeling that those players can improve, that logic could be applied to us also. So at this moment in time, I'm not going to get carried away in terms of my annoyance at these poor results, because I think these poor results are just based on the fact that we've won and we've taken our foot off the gas.
I hear it. I just want to be clear.
I just literally think we've won and we've taken our foot off the gas. If we needed to win these last couple of games to be champions, we would have played better. We would have played better. We wouldn't have let in the silly goals. Slots rotated. I think apart from the Arsenal game, he's played a lot of fringe players. The Chelsea game and today, he played a lot of fringe players. So there's no rhythm. There's no cohesion. These players know each other, but they don't play together regularly. So obviously they don't have that rhythm about them. Yeah, look, I was annoyed when we let in the goals today. I didn't want to lose today. When we were winning 2-1, it was making me happy that I thought we might be able to win the game. I want to win games. I don't want to watch Liverpool lose. But we're champions, man. And I just think anything that you can apply to our team for next season can be applied to the other teams. So, yeah, I'm not too worried. And this isn't even me sitting there thinking Liverpool are guaranteed to win the league next year. That's not even how I feel. But
yeah, there's a lot of things happen before we can even make a prediction like that.
Yeah. We got to see everyone's transfer windows. We got to see a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, man, I'm just slightly annoyed that we didn't get the win. Nowhere near angry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not angry. Again, I think everyone knows me in the chat now well enough to know that I hate losing. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. It's just, again, annoying. Very annoying. Drift, can you give me your 1 minute? I'm just gonna do something. Could you do supers, please?
We have big up Sam Max. This pathetic show would never be. Oh no, I think we did that one, didn't we? Big up Sam. Dan Champione. Big up yourself, Dan. M. Simi, Kwanzaa, Harvey, time to pack your bags. I'm not sure I agree, but big up yourself. Chris, I get the anger, but enjoy that we are champions. I second that. Ash, we won the league. Who cares? Players are partying until Friday. It's a unique situation as players didn't get the chance last time. Let them have fun. This is what I'm saying, Ash. Like people are acting like the players don't deserve to take their foot off the gas, man. This whole conversation about standards and stuff. There's a lot of buzzwords that go around in life and in football. You know, a lot of people in the world now like saying things like gaslighting and what's the other one people love saying? Narcissist. You know, there's like loads of buzzwords that like going around now in football. And for me, in the football world, I think buzzwords that people love to use are things like standards. Like, if you enjoy winning and you don't like losing, it doesn't mean that if your team gets to the point we're at and then they do lose again and you're not annoyed, that you somehow don't have standards. It means you're just understanding the situation for what it is. And that is, players aren't trying hard anymore. And I, as the last super chat said, I think they're allowed to relax now. Job mission accomplished. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like these buzzwords. Oh, you don't have standards. Like who used to make jokes about it, like calling it standards FC? It's like this whole thing about standards. Like, yes, everybody wants to win. Like, I don't think there are any football fans ever that actually don't have a high standard for their club. I just think there's some people who have more understanding about situations than others. That's all it is. Like, what fan ever doesn't want their team to win? What fan doesn't want their players to play well? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Being okay with a defeat when you're champions does not mean you have low standards. It means that you're not just being petty, and it means that you're not just looking for excuses to be annoyed. In my opinion, a lot of you just like being annoyed. Like, it's exhausting. Take a break from it, man. Seriously. And I'm someone who gets stressed out during the season. You lot see it. There's evidence of it. Of course I do. When the games matter, the tension, the stress, like it bothers me massively. Football consumes a lot of my daily thoughts. Football is life. So anyone telling me I ain't got standards is talking more shit than I've ever heard in my life. But right now, when we're champions and it's not bothering me while we're champions, I'm just saying to you guys, like, it's exhausting being angry all the time, man. Just take a chill pill, man. Just relax. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, we're champions and you want to be pissed off? Fucking hell, man. Good luck, man. Life is stressful, you know. I would suggest not letting things like this bother you so much. Shawnee says, Drift, let them know. Champions. What the F? Idiots. Big up, Shawnee. Faraz, a DM is more of a need than a 10. In our midfield, only Grav actually defends. The rest are optional defenders. This defense together has hidden deficiencies. Might be a bit deep to dive into that right now. I agree and I disagree. Yeah, I agree and disagree. Gerb, with the amount of games players play these days, getting basically an extra month of rest for next season could make all the difference fitness-wise. It's a good way to look at it as well. It is. These players have ran themselves into the ground for the entire season. Oh, no, man. The genius. Sorry, we can't keep this saying we have nothing to play for and we don't care. We still have to represent as champions and finish as best we can. Yeah, you want to finish as best you can. I agree with that. But here's the thing as well. I think a lot of time in life, if somebody gives you an explanation for something and that thing is seen as negative, people say you're making excuses. Sometimes you're just giving a reason. Like, I think people need to understand that as well. Sometimes you're just giving the reason. You're not excusing it. You're not saying it's right. You're not saying it's wrong. You're not doing any of that. You are just giving a reason as to why you think the situation is what it is, or why the situation is what it is. Reason. Sometimes it's just a reason. If I get to work late and I'm late by 10 minutes, and then I start to tell my boss about the fact that the bus that was in front had an accident and it blocked the road and that's what delayed me, I'm not making excuses. I'm accepting I'm late, but I'm giving you the reason why I'm late, because there is a reason why I'm late. Like, it doesn't always have to be, if you're giving an explanation for something, you're making excuses. Making excuses normally is when what you're saying isn't actually true and you're just trying to, come up with anything. That's making an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I don't know. I'm not even gonna let you lot rile me up by you lot getting so rattled. Faraz also says Grav suits an advanced 8 role, more like Fabian Ruiz. SG, LFC won the league in 83, 7 games left, and we didn't win games. Yeah, I think during the watch along, actually, because a lot of people saying things like, the standards back in the day, we went or whatever. Yeah, apparently, like back in the day, I can't remember what year it was, but a lot of the players didn't play well after we clinched the league early, and we didn't win another game until the end of the season. And we're talking about like the big boy era, the Souness days and all that. Like, shit happens, man. Shit happens. Big up Sharif, the DP. Don't give me a joke, bro. It looks like Slot is just experimenting at this point. I am not that fast. You will never.
Sharif's actually taking liberties. I'm not gonna lie. Sharif, change that picture, bro. What are we doing here? So let me get this straight, Sharif. You drop a diss track and then you're putting out subliminals still. All right, Sharif. Cool. I thought me and Sharif were cool.
Eliza, genuine question: do other teams turn up against us consistently, or do we let them turn up consistently?
Both.
Yeah, I mean, Ibu even made a joke about it, didn't he? Where he was like, you can just tell teams put more effort in when they play against us. We're like their cup final, isn't it? If you beat Liverpool, you get that scalp against Liverpool. It's like It gives those smaller teams that motivation to go extra ham. You know what I mean? Faraz is back again. Says we need a left winger. Gakpo and Moon Diaz don't beat their fullbacks. We'll have during the summer. We got time for these conversations during.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Gakpo should have had an assist today, but I agree. He doesn't really beat his fullback like that.
Mr. Whoopsie says Paul Chiesa got 2 passes all game and had no chance. He was kind of starved of service today, to be fair to him. Yeah, which made it even worse, isn't it, Cal? Because not only is he playing in a position he's not good at, but if you're not even going to thread the ball through for him or give him things to run onto, it's like, what is he actually meant to do? Do you know what I mean? It's like
starving. That brother's starving.
Ganging deep. Hard to get on top. Hard to get to the top, and even harder to stay there. For this team to be considered great and certain conversations, we need to get back to back, win multiple trophies in a season, and do better than Klopp's Liverpool. See, again, I'm not angry at people who want that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I just think, again, a lot of these things are like unnecessary, like things to get angry at. Like, you know, like for example, like if this team wants to be considered great and go into like, I mean, do we have to care about it all the time? Do we have to say, oh, this team's compared to Chelsea? Oh, wait. And do we have to always do that? Like, can't we just be champions and just be cool with it? Like, I don't know, man. Some of these conversations are like, I don't know. It's like,
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of with Gangan here. I need to see back-to-back, or I need to see multiple trophies in the season.
No, I would like that as well.
And I do. And nothing against Klopp, but I do want this era to be more successful. Otherwise, what's Klopp build that foundation for?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because you just want us to get better and better all the time, regardless.
Yeah. Shall I tell you what I see it as? It's like if I grind my life and I make a good little earning and provide a great foundation for the kids, I'm not expecting them to go through the same struggles that I went through, because they would have had a head start, right? In the same way, Slot's first season looks very different to Klopp's first season, right? Because Klopp had all those struggles. So for Klopp to go through all of that, and we not have a legendary run under Slot, I'd be like, what a waste, because what's Slot done all that for? Why do you think Man United fans are so upset? Fergie literally did all of that work, and it's been undone in less than in less than a decade, or just over a decade. That's what I'm saying. I really want, because every time Slot wins, it looks better on Klopp. Like
here's the thing I get that when you're a big club, you want to win big things, yeah. But sometimes people really cross the line, and I think it becomes entitlement. So ideally, in a real world, everybody wants to win multiple trophies. Everyone wants to win back-to-back, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Of course, that's greatness. Of course, you want to do that. But if you don't do it, it doesn't mean that you crash out on the team, or the team isn't good. And the crazy thing about it is, 1 trophy a season, especially if it's a big trophy, is not a bad thing. Like so I would be more thinking along the lines of, I just hope every year we win something. Not, it's got to be more. It's got to be 2 or 3 trophies. Isn't that? No, just as long as every season we win something.
But isn't that? But the great teams win multiple trophies, Drew.
Yeah, but some great teams win multiple trophies and then they don't win nothing the following season. I'd rather win 1 in each year than win 2 in 1 and nothing in the other.
They're not really considered a great team. Then they're considered having a great season.
No, but why would we even get? All
right, we as Liverpool fans speak about the great teams under the 80s and that, because they were winning multiple things. We speak about that period between 2018 and 2020 as a legendary Liverpool team, because they won multiple things. If they just won a league or won Champions League, we won the Champions League in 2005. Bro, if I was to ask the chat right now, not many of them would be able to name that starting 11. Dare I say, even the bench, they wouldn't be able to really name many players on that bench. That 2018 to 2020 period, we know all those players. All those players, because they're legendary.
Of course you want to win, but I'm saying, I'm just giving you examples. I'd rather win 1 trophy every season than 2 or 3 trophies in 1 year and then go 1 or 2 years and don't win anything. Even though that season might look great in that moment, I think it would be better to have a trophy in every season than have trophyless seasons, but one great season. So, like, it depends which way you look at it.
Well, so for me, Drift, is give me a trophy every season, but every 2-3 years. I'd say every 2-3 years, give me multiple trophies.
Like, all right, let me just ask you a quick question. If we did a treble, yeah, and then we went 2 years with absolutely nothing, or we just won the league 3 years in a row, which one would you rather do?
Probably league 3 times in a row, because you're winning the same amount of trophies, but spread over.
And that's the point I'm making. So, like, sometimes you have to pick a battle and not get too annoyed at stuff. Do you get what I mean? Like, I get you want to win more than one trophy in one season, but as long as we consistently keep winning, that's not a big deal.
But you said a 3-peat of the Prem, so that would put us on 4 in a row. So again, that'd be considered.
All right. Change one of them to a Champions League then. So instead, we win a treble in 2 years with nothing, or we win a league, we win a Champions League, then we win a league. Which one would you rather do?
No, but again, you're naming the creme de la creme of trophies. You yourself said it's not guaranteed we're going to win a big trophy every season. So that's why you're meant to win multiple trophies, because it gives you that buffer. When we did
let's literally use all 3 of those trophies.
When we didn't win the Champions League or Premier League in the quad chasing season, we still won the Carabao and the FA Cup, right? Yeah. No one could turn around and be like, you lot of scrubs, or you lot flopped, or you lot of bottle jobs, or everyone was like, rah, you know what? The rival fans were saying, we thought you were going to do it. Thank God you didn't, because you'd have killed football. It was there. I never heard anyone go, the team's dead, or you lot of bottle jobs. It was a few. We thought you were going to complete football. You guys would have been unbearable. We wouldn't have been able to say anything to you guys. And we won the 2 lesser of the trophies that season. So for me, it's not a case of you want multiple trophies. Yes, I want the quad every season. Who doesn't? But I also understand that that's not going to be attainable. But I'm saying every season we should be lifting at Liverpool's standard. Every season we should be lifting at least 1 trophy. And some seasons I think we should be good enough to lift multiple trophies. Like next season, with all the changes it looks like we're going to make, I'll expect 1 trophy. But the season after, when the players have been gelling and they played together longer, Slot would have been in his 3rd season. I'm expecting multiple trophies. That's what Liverpool was built on. Like,
I would like multiple trophies. I don't.
The Liverpool that we were built on is the same Liverpool we all support now. Like, why am I wrong for wanting that?
No, you're not wrong for wanting it. I just think that if people get too carried away with that stuff, I think they're just winding themselves up. But again, I would rather win 1 trophy every year than have like a multiple season trophy and then not win anything the following year or for 2 years or whatever. That's me personally. I'd rather just win 1 trophy every season than 3 trophies and then go 2 years without any. That's just a point I'm making. Like, as long as we're winning trophies, I don't think it matters how many you get in one season. I understand people wanting to be great, it's fine. But even then, like, the conversation now is a little bit strange to doubt that we can do that. Because what I'm sensing from the way the chat have been acting in the last couple of games is there's a lot of doubt that we're good or that next season will be good. Like that's it's crazy.
Can I ask a question? Me saying I want to win trophies every season as a Liverpool fan, why does that make me entitled? Genuine question. Why does that make me entitled when we sit here as Liverpool fans gloating to other teams that we're the most successful team in England? Like, do you not see how much of a oxymoron that is? We sit there and we ridicule other teams because we're the most successful teams. We're not the most successful team because we just won 1 trophy every season. We do know this, right? Like, there were times where we had to win multiple trophies in many seasons to become the team that we are today. So how on earth does it make me entitled to want us to be the best team in England and win multiple trophies? I don't get how we as Liverpool fans can call it entitled when we're the factually and statistically the most successful team in England trophy-wise. How can I be entitled? Is that not ambition? Entitled is me saying, I want the quad every season, no matter what. I don't care what happens in the season. I don't care if we have 20 injuries. I want the quad and we should be winning the quad. That's not entitled. That's entitled. Me saying I want Liverpool to win multiple trophies every season is ambition. Me being realistic with ambition is me saying, give me one trophy at least every season. Every couple of years, give me some multiple trophies. Liverpool Football Club, shout out to Chris. Liverpool Football Club exists to win trophies. Liverpool Football Club was molded by flipping Shankly, who said, we don't do finishing second here. We want to win. We have a manager in Arne Slot who was talking about the Nottingham Forest loss, even though we were double points clear in the table, because he wants to win. I do not get how I become entitled, or, for lack of a better term, a moany bitch because I want Liverpool to win. How is it we don't sit here and want Liverpool to win trophies upon trophies upon trophies? We're sitting there saying we can't wait for the parade. I'm sorry, I want the parade to be a normality. I want it to be I didn't catch up with you much this year, but you know what? I'll see you in May because we're going to be on the parade. I don't get it. I don't. And unknown. No, this is, again, unknown. I know you're in the chat all the time, so this isn't directly aimed at you, and please don't take it as me crashing out on you. It's not. I'm trying to get my message across and trying to understand why people say this. The reason I never had this mentality before the quad chasing season is because we never had a team capable of challenging for it. That's why. But if you go back and look at the tapes back in 2018, 19 and 1920, it was, we're winning the league and Champions League in 2019-20 season. That's what I want. That's what I demand. We had a team capable of winning the quad. So if we have a team capable of winning the quad, then I want to see us go for the quad. Like, I don't get it. Like, we didn't have a team capable of winning the quad or challenging for it previously. We did then. So let's go for it. We didn't have it this season. Hopefully we have a squad capable of challenging for at least 3 trophies next season. Let's try and go for 3 trophies. Why do we as Liverpool fans keep on limiting ourselves? We all sit here and go, Ali's the best goalkeeper in the world. Trent was the best right back. Virgil, best centre back. Ibu, top 5. Robbo was the best left back. All these players are the best in the world or the best in Europe in their position. But the moment I go, I want multiple trophies, it's, chill. Nah. The best players in the world win multiple trophies. When Barca had Iniesta and Xavi in the midfield, they're winning multiple trophies. When Real Madrid had Cruz and Modric in midfield, winning multiple trophies. We're an elite team. Let's have an elite mindset, guys. We're not underdogs. We just won a league title. We're not underdogs anymore. We are not underdogs. I want everyone to get this through their mind. Get this through your noggin, people. We are not underdogs. We've just won the league. I'm here to do it again next season and add more trophies to the cabinet because I don't want it to be close between us and second place. I want Man United to look at Liverpool and go, it's going to take us years to catch them with the amount of trophies they're winning. Salah's just signed a new contract. He's got that mindset. Virgil just signed a new contract. He's got that mindset. Our manager's got that mindset. When are we as fans collectively going to have that mindset? I'm not just here for the journey. I'm here to win stuff. And if that makes me entitled, call me entitled then. But I know the difference between entitled and ambition. I'm ambitious for Liverpool Football Club. And it is what it is, man.
I'm not even going to say I disagree with anything you said, but in general, at what point, though, does it cross over to delusion from ambition, or if some people want to call it entitlement or whatever? Because
the most ambitious people are always called delusional drift. Because
but if we're going to be like realistic, like at what point does it become? Because no one ever wins all the time, right? But
delusion is me saying we're going to win Syria. Delusion is me saying we're going to win Syria. Delusion is me as a Bournemouth fan saying we're going to win the league. Me as a Liverpool fan saying I think we can build a team that's good enough to win a treble should not be delusional in 2025. That should not be delusional.
But I think it's delusional to think that we would win a trophy every season. That football's never ever worked like that. Like even the greatest teams go seasons without winning stuff.
how many seasons? When was the last time City, apart from this season, when was the last time City didn't win a trophy?
Well, 115 would suggest that maybe they had a leg up. Who knows?
No, fair, that's fair. But I'm asking a genuine question. When was the last time they didn't win a trophy?
No, I think 6 years in a row they won a trophy. I think.
If I'm not mistaken, since 17-18 up until this season, they've won at least one trophy every season.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the level I want to be at, Drew.
No, of course, we all want to be on that level. But I'm just saying, like
there's a reason why City fans aren't crashing out saying Pep out, because they were due to have a season where they don't win anything. It's the same.
Let me ask another question, and this isn't even to you. This is to the chat, because people seem to keep aiming this at me because I'm not annoyed we've lost because we're champions. So people are saying that I've got low standards because I'm okay with these losses since we won the league, right? Apparently, I've got no standards. What is the difference between you and me when at the beginning of the season, I said we can win the league and you all said we couldn't? What's the difference between that lack of ambition and now I'm not annoyed that we're losing games after we've been crowned champions and you lot are? There's a genuine question, because I had ambition and I had standards at the beginning of the season and you said no. I remember the chat arguing with me and saying that I was being delusional and where's Drift getting all this energy from thinking we can win the league? But that was me having the standards and the ambition and the belief in the team that you guys didn't. And now that I'm relaxed after we've achieved the goal, apparently I've got no standards. So where were your standards at the beginning of the season? Where was your ambition at the beginning of the season? I'm just very curious because I keep being told I've got no standards, and I was one of a few who actually believed that we would win the league. So, like you know what I mean? Chat, let me know.
I think there's a difference between predictions and ambition, Drew.
No, but mine wasn't a prediction, like just like a willy-nilly prediction. Like I sat here and I even explained to people why I've logically thought about it and why I have the belief that we can win.
But you just said the word belief. There's predictions.
Well, it's always going to be belief, bro. When like something hasn't happened yet, it's the future, isn't it? Like nobody knows the future, do they?
But predictions and ambition are two different things. No, of course they are. You rightly thought we'd win the league this season. I didn't think we'd win the league, but I don't think that means my standards were lower than yours. I wanted us to improve the squad more to give us a better chance of winning the league. Now, granted, it looked like we didn't need to improve the squad more, and we did win the league. But I don't think that's a lack of ambition.
And plus, you're answering the question for a lot of these people. I want these people who keep telling me I got no standards.
Oh, I thought you were asking me the question.
No. That's what I said. That, like, obviously, you can give your opinion, but like you're kind of helping the people out in the chat who I would just like to answer my question because they keep telling me I've got no standards, but I want to know where their standards were at the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? Like because I'm the one who had no standards. I'm the one with no standards yet. I'm the one who thought we could win the league. I don't know. It's just it's just a little confusing. It's just a little confusing because you've never told me I have no standards, Cal. The chat keep telling me I have no standards, so it's like, you know what I mean. But hey, we're here now, innit? Look at this. We're champions and we're still arguing. This is crazy. Like this shows how toxic football is. That we're champions and we're still arguing with each other. Imagine what all the other fan bases are doing, guys. We're champions and we're arguing amongst each other. Imagine what the Arsenal and the City and the Man United, imagine what all them fan bases are feeling like if we're arguing amongst ourselves and we're champions. This is madness, isn't it?
No, I agree. I hear it.
It's like being the lottery winner and they're moaning about money.
Yeah, I hear it.
Like, jeez, oh no. The poll is going at the moment, Cal. And should we keep Ibu? Has got 605 votes. 76% say yes, 24% say no.
Yeah, but this is what I say to you. You keep on saying the majority of people want Ibu to go when the polls and everything else suggest that's not the case.
No, but don't you think 24% is an overwhelmingly high number of people that are saying, yes, let Ibu go? 24%, bro. That's a quarter of the chat saying, yeah, get
Okay.
rid of Ibu.
All right, so no, but again, this is where I think you're kind of missing the point. There's not just a case of like again, you've asked the question, should you get rid of Ibu?
I think that
You're
should
not,
say 0 to yes.
no, but you're not giving people the reason to explain why they want him to go. Some will be reactionary and say based off tonight they want him to go. Some will say they want him to go because he's not signing a new contract and they don't want to lose him for free. So again, you can't just take the blanket.
No, but I the way the conversation was at the beginning, bro. I think this is based on
from a few people in the conversation. This is what I'm saying. From a few people in the conversation, that's what they were saying. But you can't pin that on everyone. There are people who genuinely. I'll use Jamie. I'm sure Jamie won't mind me using him as an example. Jamie said that if Ibu doesn't sign a contract this summer, he wants him sold because he doesn't want to lose another player on a free. That's not him saying he'd actively go to sell Ibu, but that's him saying he would lose Ibu if that's what it meant.
No, but I think you're having a conversation in the real world and having a normal conversation. This poll that I told people I'm going to put up was based on the conversation we were having that they're a part of when they were saying he's not worth the money, like the 200 grand a week. Look at these performances without Virgil. He's overrated. So I was like, okay, well, then I'm going to ask you guys, chat, I'm going to put a poll in. Should we keep Ibu? 24% of the people saying, no, we shouldn't. I'm making an assumption based on the conversation we're having that they're talking about from the conversation point of view. So not from a logical money, let's not have another Trent scenario. Just, is he good enough? Do you like him? Should we keep him?
But you can't make assumptions about the chat like that, bro.
Well, I mean, they were all part of the conversation. And that was why I put the poll up.
A handful of people were.
Nah, bro, it was a bit more than that, at the beginning of the conversation.
It can't be more than that if 24% as a whole said they would lose him.
But 24% is a quarter. That's a big amount.
Yeah, well,
that is a big amount, bro.
I mean, the other amount's way bigger than 25%. And within that 25%,
yeah, no, it is. But I'm just saying, there's also going to be people who troll in that. There's also going to be people who troll and other people. Yeah, maybe there might be some trolls in there. I agree. Maybe there's some trolls, but I'm still quite shocked that a quarter of the chat think Ibu should go. Okay. Ash says, look at Liverpool's official account. Away end was bouncing at full time. It's party time. We have waited 3 decades for this week. We didn't get to enjoy it 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point based on some people are saying people have traveled to the game. They deserve, if they're not even annoyed themselves, don't be annoyed on their behalf because that makes no sense. KGFS says, hey, Drift, big up you and Cal.
Hold on, wait. If that's the case, then none of us should have been upset with Trent because the players were all right.
No, that's completely different.
It's not. If the players aren't annoyed, why should we be annoyed? We're allowed to be annoyed with fans.
Yeah, because but that's an individual thing. But people in the chat are telling me that I shouldn't say that it's okay for the. I mean, I'm not even saying it's okay. I'm just giving a reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Why.
People are allowed to have their opinions. Doesn't make their opinions.
No. But if people are telling me that they're because the fans went to the game, the players' behavior is out of order because they've made those people travel for no reason. But then it shows the people in the crowd having a good time. The people at home are getting annoyed on those people's behalf for no reason because those people aren't annoyed. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can't be annoyed on behalf of the people in the stadium, but then those people are laughing and joking and having fun. Because then it's like, what, you're more annoyed than they are on their behalf. They're fine. They look. So do you get what I mean? Like, it's like it doesn't make sense. Do you get what I mean? Big up to you and Cal. The term I think you were looking for is cognitive
dissonance.
I've never heard that word in my life. It's a psychological discomfort experience when holding contradictory attitudes. They want to win, but the mission is complete. Right, that was a big English lesson there, but big up your damn self. Big up Gaz. It's the equivalent of winning by knockout than being told you were down on the scorecards. So, see you at the parade, lads. You will never walk alone. Big up, Gaz. And yep, see you there, brother. Ozan, yo, Cal, that track was a certified banger.
I mean, you keep on saying it's a certified. I didn't make the song. Like Sharif is the one that should get like the plaudits. I didn't make the song. I was just the tool used for the song. Like, I was the inspiration behind the song, but Sharif's the one that you gotta say is a banger. Like, he created it and made it a vibe.
Man,
I've
is
got friends of mine who don't even watch Kop-Ish or watch football who've messaged me about the song, you know. One of my brethren called me today. He's like, Cal, every time I turn on Twitter, I see your face in the Callum curse. What is that? And I'm like, bruv, it's a long He's like, it's a vibe though. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, sick. Happy for you.
Mantis says, for context, the away end was bouncing to Free From Desire at full time. It's a party mood. Don't be that guy that's bringing the vibes down, man. 20 times. Well said, man. For real. Let's not be bringing the mood down, people. Gang and Deep. Fans want success. Some are more obsessed with it. I'm not sure if Shawnee's being... I think he's being sarcastic here. Says, cancel the parade. These losers don't deserve it.
Yeah, Shawnee's being sarcastic.
2 calls. Question for you, legends. Mo gave us 200% this season. Did he not deserve to be given the same effort and the best chance to break Henry's record? Can Slot and the team say that they have given Salah as much as he has given us? The thing, what's a bit risky about what you're saying now, bro, is then you start to care more about the individual records and the individual than you do the team. And even though I think individual things are amazing, they should never take precedence over the team. So I guess he's going along the fact of like, is it bad that Slot has like started rotating and playing lesser players and doing all of that when we should have gone full strength so Mo could get his record? I personally don't think an individual record should matter enough to not do what you want to do for the team. I don't know if you agree, Cal, or not, but I don't think Slot has like done a dirty to Mo by rotating and not playing.
No, the reason why I say he hasn't done him dirty is because we've still created enough to have won these games. I mean, let's call it what it is. Mo missed a horrible chance today, by the way. That's not on the manager. They're like,
he did, yeah. Yeah, and to be fair, if some of the players that took their chances, he would have broke the assist record.
I don't think that's on the manager. I think that's on the players.
Yeah, he would have. Clark, are we linking up on Monday for the parade, man? Man, everybody's gonna be there. I don't know how everyone's gonna link up, but everyone will be there. It's gonna be a good day, man.
We'll try something.
It's gonna be a good day. I get what Tuchel was saying in that last super chat. I just don't think you should ever care about individuals enough to do things that are based on the individual and involve everyone else in that. Pardon me. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's all the super chats.
Cool. What are we today? Yeah. Tomorrow. Well, tonight I'm on with Monts on Big Six Spants, and then tomorrow Sam and Tom on Sam's channel. Wow, Klopp to Roma rumors. Okay.
As manager, I'd be very shocked if at his age, in this stage of his management, he would go and do another rebuild. If he was tired, like that's a proper rebuild. If he goes Roma, I don't know.
Unknown. No. You keep on trying to get me punched up, bro. Like, I'm not fighting Wilder. I'm not fighting anybody. What are we doing there? You think Wilder, because he's losing to other heavyweights, is going to have a tough time dealing with me? For a start, bro, I'm not a heavyweight. And second of all, I'm not a professional boxer. Do you want to see me on the floor, Harlem shaking, bro, without consciousness? Like, what are we doing there? Like, I'm not fighting Wilder. Let me make this clear again. I'm not fighting Deontay Wilder, bro. Unknown, why are you constantly trying to get me rushed, bro, by one person? It'd look
People
like
are saying because you do MMA, you'll be able to hold your own.
It's not an MMA fight, is it?
I mean, I think I know the answer to this question.
I'm not fighting him in an MMA fight either. What are we doing?
You would have done 1.5 M for an MMA fight with Wilder. Would you do it?
Yeah, providing my family get the money, I would do it.
Yeah. 100%. No matter win, lose or draw, family gets the money.
Well, lose or lose life. Yes. Like,
No. You know what? And the fight will be tomorrow. So Wilder would get no training.
Neither have I, bro. What are we doing there?
No, but you have a certain level of what belt are you again? Like you're a high level
No,
belt.
Wilder's a professional boxer. You don't think he was in the gym today, bro?
Yeah, but you're a high level jiu-jitsu, so you just take him down and then
High
you win the
level jiu-jitsu, bro. Wilder's a heavyweight, bro, who can fight. What are we doing there? Brother, it's not like he's just coming off the couch.
Bro, look at them skinny legs, bro. As soon as you grab a leg and take him down, it'll be done, bro.
You do realize Wilder can still throw punches on the ground, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. This is not, if this is strictly a jiu-jitsu match, then yeah, I'd probably give it a go. Strictly jiu-jitsu, I'd give it a go because I know Wilder's never done jiu-jitsu before. Strictly jiu-jitsu. Okay. And because he's got long limbs, it would actually potentially play into my hands. But a fight, no, Drift, no.
Okay.
He's 6'7" and knows how to use his reach, bro. If I had to fight Wilder, I'm telling you from now, I'm starting the fight on my bum, bro, and I'm on this business. Just scooting forward, trying to grab a leg, bro. I'm on this business.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just invite him into a ground game, bro.
Yeah, but he might not want to do that, bro. And when the referee says, "Right, stand up," what happens then, bro?
Yeah, you go back down again.
No, I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting anyone, bro.
Oh man,
you lot trying to keep trying to put me into fights, bro. What are we doing there?
All right, Wilder's only allowed to jab.
Oh, because that's not gonna hurt. No, that's not gonna that ain't gonna break my nose, is it? Like I ain't gonna bust up my eyes, make it hard for me to see. Like,
oh man. But yeah, no, that's all the supers anyway. So people, hopefully we cheer some of you grumpy gramps or whatever you want to call it up who was super pissed. We've ended with no, Yard, I'm not trying to get my bridge and punch up. I'm just trying to secure him the bag. I'm just trying to secure you the bag, bro.
That's throw me in a fight with Deontay Wilder, bro. Unknown.
No, I just asked if you would.
Unknown. I'll tell you what the worst that can happen. Me being unalive. That's the worst that could happen. You know, the most catastrophic thing that could happen to a human being, bro. That's what could happen to me, bro. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the risks are definitely there, bro. Like, what are we doing there?
But you heard it here first, though. If it's a jiu-jitsu match, he's on it.
No, what are we doing?
Wilder, let's get it on.
I think you guys forget. I potentially will see some of these people out and about, bro. Like, I don't need them coming up to me and be like, on Kopish, you said this, that, and the other, and I'm having to be like, no, I didn't say that. The chat said that. I don't want that sort of drama, bro.
Well, Cal, if you lose, we all lose. So we'll lose together.
Oh, please, bruv. Turkel says, please hit the like button on the way out, chat. No matter if your views and opinions may differ, we are Liverpool. You'll never walk alone. Campiones. Big up yourself, Turkel.
Yeah, man. Big up, bro. Big up.
Shout out to Atanas, who's been a member for 11 months, almost a year anniversary. Watch Pep after Palace loss. Klopp has more class. We've known this for time. Pep's never had class. Pep's never had class when losing. What are we doing there?
Big up Palace as well, man. Big up Palace for that great performance.
Over the moon, man. Over the moon.
Trust me, bro. Do
you know how crazy it is that I'm seeing Man City fans talking about how the referee cheated them? Jeez, madness.
Don't get me wrong. It was a ludicrous decision from.
Okay, what about Rodri at Everton?
No. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they've got a cheat. But if we're just talking about the game, I don't know how Henderson didn't get sent off. That was crazy.
I really don't care, bro. I got told by City fans to shut up and deal with it when we lost the game against Spurs. And
100%. That's true. What goes around comes around, eh? And what I will say, Cal, I didn't think it was a penalty because they got given.
It wasn't
a penalty. You got the ball. It wasn't a penalty.
Didn't hear any moaning about that from City fans.
Exactly.
Hey,
justice was done, man. Justice was done.
Anyway, enjoy dusting those empty cabinets this summer still. Smash that like button, people. Switch on the notification bell. As you saw today, depending on what news is breaking or isn't breaking, we might be going live at any time. So switch on that notification bell.
That's true.
And people, we'll see you again. You got anything coming out tomorrow, Drift?
I probably will be doing the Bournemouth Man City game tomorrow to see if Man City can cement top 4 because they look like they're struggling to get that top 4. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I reckon I'll get it. I think they'll beat Brentford.
Yeah, I bet if they lose to Bournemouth, they won't though, Cal.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So let's see if City can get over the line. Let's see if they're down on their luck, if they're feeling sorry for themselves, or if they can win. So yeah, guys, tomorrow on Big Up, please make sure you join me for that one, and we might get to laugh at City. We actually might, because Bournemouth are a good team, so you never know. So yeah, make sure you're there, people, tomorrow for that one. And then on Wednesday, make sure you're there for the biggest one of them all: Man United versus Tottenham Europa League final, live and exclusive on Drifted TV on Big Up. That one is going to be a roller coaster of all roller coasters.
That's going to be jokes.
So make sure you are there, people. But now, Big Up. At the end of the day, people, we've had a lot of disagreements. Some of you should have been putting timeouts for saying rude stuff. It is what it is. We're all family. We all do it. Guys, we're champions. Let's be happy. Let's not fight amongst ourselves. Let's laugh at the others. Let's laugh at Arsenal, no trophies. City, no trophies. One of Man United and Tottenham, no trophies. Chelsea, potentially. Real Betis saying a walkover. I don't know about you, Cal, but I think it's a bit getting ahead of themselves for a lot of the Chelsea fans to think they've got that trophy in the bag. Betis ain't no mugs. I know they're not a good team, but I don't even think that's an absolute given they're going to win that final either. So Chelsea might end up with no trophy as well, bro. So, you know what I mean? At the moment, the only people who can really say anything is Crystal Palace, Liverpool, and Newcastle. Everyone else, you know what I mean? Like, everyone, all the big teams might end up with nothing. So let's all laugh at them, guys. And instead of arguing amongst ourselves, man, we're champions, people. You know what I mean? Let's keep the spirits high, man.
People, smash that like button. Enough love to you all. Stay safe, stay blessed. With Kopish. All right, people. Take care.
Peace.